The Act Man has made himself a video about pirate software. I bet not all of the information is going to be there, and I bet that he's going to on him a little bit, glaze him a little bit, and it's really just going to be middle of the road, fence sitting kind of bull. But you know, I like the Act Man, I like his humor, I'd probably be friends with him in real life if I knew him. But I really don't like his takes on things. They're kind of just half-assed, trying not to hurt anybody's feelings. Let's see what he's got to say.
Honest with you, I hope that your initiative gets everything you asked for, but nothing you wanted.
All right, we're gonna just start off the video with that one.
Why did you do such a thing?
Previously on Stop Killing Games. Pirate killing video
You are the chosen one!
games is evil. From my point of view, the gamers are evil. Well, then you are high. I thought your initiative had failed and died.
Die? No. Became stronger. Yes.
It's over, pirate. We have the signatures. You underestimate my ego. Don't double down. And now, for the thrilling second entry. We stopped killing games, but what now?
Ladies and gentlemen, hold those fists high, drop a salute in chat, turn on my favorite freedom tune, and listen up. We stopped killing games.
Freedom tune? Freedom tunes? Freedom tunes. Freedom tunes. Freedom tunes.
But what now? Can our heroes take the fight to Parliament? Can we enact sweeping legislative changes that ensure that gamers across the world own the things they buy? Find out in the next
20 minutes or so. Yeah, probably. Because of your tireless efforts and many, many others, we have all spread a ton of awareness for the Stop Killing Games initiative, and it has amassed over 1.3 million signatures. God bless democracy. Democracy prevails once more.
Yep, and that just means that the corporations are gonna fight back 10 times as hard. And we're probably about to see ourselves a meme war that's gonna put some companies out of business.
Let's see if we can get this video to get 1.3 million likes. Go ahead and hit that like button.
Do people like me?
Nope.
We have all
Yeah.
done our part, and I could
I
not
don't
be
know at
more
this
proud
point.
of all of you. As a quick reminder, Stop Killing Games is a consumer movement to make sure people own the products they buy. I know, it's complicated stuff. It's about as complicated as
It's not
rocket
even
science.
that. It's not even really that. It's just like, man, even the free-to-play games. Leave them open, man. We want to play them. All of them, all the games.
Or figuring out how to talk to a woman.
Have you ever had a dream that you
But the simplest way to explain it is that this is a movement that truly is black and white. There is very little gray here. You are either pro-consumer or you're pro, yes, I want corporations to be able to revoke access to the things I buy. And that
Yeah, and it just so happens the pirate software guy is a corporation. That's why he has the take that he has, because he operates himself just like all the garbage corporations, just on a smaller scale.
it's hard to spin that. It's hard to spin that angle. Now, once again, I don't want this video to just be about drama regarding Mr. Software.
Eat my entire ass.
All in due time. Thank God for Helldivers 2, the true 2023 game of the year. Look at how our training has paid off. These numbers just came in fresh off the press. Our top signature earners, based on percentage and quota for that country, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Finland.
Damn it, I was about to do that.
In second
God, I
place.
didn't pause it in time. I knew I was gonna do it, but I was gonna get to it first. But you got me.
The Swedes.
And you know what? Finland ain't real. Look it up. Finland ain't real.
In third place are my people, the Dutch. Yeah, let's go, white people. Probably just cut that, huh? And who could forget
Fringe.
the high octane efficiency of the Germans, who brought in the most amount of
No,
signatures
not the
at
Germans.
over 270,000. What can you say? The Nordic people love their video games, and I don't blame them. The rest of you, drop a comment, say what country you're from, and if you signed the initiative or not. I think we need to give out medals, okay? Also, the UK petition received over 180,000 signatures, just 12 days before the cutoff. And you know what? I don't care how controversial it is for me to say this as an American, all right? Shout out the Redcoats, man.
No.
You know what? Yes,
No.
I'll have some beans. Thank you.
She made fucking beans. What the fuck?
It's
Those
important
aren't
to highlight
beans. Bro, those were black-eyed peas.
just how impressive of a
not?
grassroots movement this has become. How we all came together and managed to pull off this incredible upset win. This must be how Eli Manning feels every single day. So pat yourselves on the back, suck your own cock if you got one. You've earned it.
I don't think I can. I don't think I can get that low, especially now. Like, I got some back issues. I'm getting old, man.
The battle is over. We have won.
If you really want to visualize the success, thanks to Reddit user Balinlon, hell yeah, we're gonna stop killing games. Let's go. Yeah, keep the momentum up with what's happening. Anybody? Hello? Help? Is anybody coming? Are we fucked? I guess this is the
And
fuck.
pirate software happened.
Oh, it is. We're so back. That's the journey right there. That has been the journey. This is the Streisand effect visualized, because we could not have done this without everyone's favorite scurvy dog, Pirate Software.
Oh,
Who, whether he
thank you, pirate software.
intended to or not, became the villain we all needed. He became the face of the opposition to
He was the sacrifice. I think he literally went straight up from Anakin Skywalker to being Darth Vader. And we just need you to come back around and help out Luke. And then just be gone. Be gone with you no more. It'll just be an arc that happened. We'll be like, well, he became the villain. He started as the hero. And then he ended as the hero again. Let's get that Darth Vader arc complete. Let's go, Pirate Software. Come back around. Come back to us.
something that benefits us all. And of course, the biggest thanks especially go to Ross from Accursed Farms, who made all of this possible with his tireless efforts. I hope one day he may rest. He truly might be the Bob Ross of gaming content creators.
People call me the Bob Ross of programming.
So there's three parts to the story.
How fucking ironic. How fucking ironic is that? Because it's so true. It's so true.
Where the initiative goes from
He
here,
really is.
and what steps we take to secure our rights. There's the corporate side of things, who has rapidly responded. That's a great sign, by the way, because a lot of these corporations, and what we'll be getting into later, it tells me
It's afraid. It's afraid!
I think a lot of video game publishers are scared shitless by the momentum thrown behind Stop Killing Games. Remember, Ubisoft...
Yeah, and if they don't get on board, then people aren't going to be buying their games. It's going to be a huge problem, especially if content creators are super fucking pissed about it. They'll just be like, nope, I don't feel like I'm going to own this game, so I'm not buying it. Sorry, we'll play something else. There are other games. I'll do a Resident Evil marathon instead.
is in the middle of a lawsuit for shutting down The Crew, and a bunch of other companies have updated their EULAs, and I just remembered that apparently Anthem servers are still running because EA wants to shut them down now. A lot of shit
complete bullshit, man. Complete bullshit. So we get punished for their fuck up.
happening. But you know what? I think it's that time again. Everyone put on your silly pirate hat. By the way, this hat is from an old Gangplank cosplay I bought before his visual rework. Yes, I am single. Hey-yo, ho, ho, and a bottle of ego. I think it's time we check in with Mr. Software. Pirate, how you feeling today? How you been holding up?
I hope that your initiative gets everything you asked for, but nothing you wanted.
Why would you say such a thing? Such pettiness will mean nothing. Your path is set. By talking more shit, you are merely giving content to your haters. Okay.
Yeah, and then telling the haters, making the content that they're just grifters, and they're just like, oh man, okay, well, I guess he's just gonna give us more content.
Understand crashing out as a content creator, you know? Sometimes you feel like you have to tell people to go fuck themselves, right? There are days where you just want to crash out. But the way he crashes out it's so entertaining. He truly sounds like a villain.
Put up a video saying you were wrong with every situation and the internet move on. I am not doing that. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, simply bend the knee and lie about how you feel and everyone will stop bullying you. That's a great idea, dude. Yeah, no, eat shit.
If you had traveled far enough, rather
Bro,
than waiting
it's so
for the echo
fucking
to
crazy.
reach you, perhaps you would have seen it for what it was.
Pirate, man, had you just corrected yourself once people were pointing out that you misinterpreted the movement? Had you acknowledged what Stop Killing Games was really about earlier, rather than waiting 10 months to be hit with all this backlash? Perhaps you would have seen the situation for what it was, and avoided all this unnecessary pain you've brought upon yourself.
And then he just wouldn't stop. Dude, look how much is left of this video. Damn.
Dude is absolutely getting dogged across every corner of the internet. But this is the path he's chosen, and I cannot
So many
fathom
things
why.
have happened.
Now, I don't mean to kick a matey when he's down. Make him walk the plank. I wouldn't wish scurvy upon the lad. I don't necessarily want to make fun of Pirate Software.
I do.
I feel like,
I do. He is the biggest lolcow that I have ever seen.
he's getting enough shit as it is. But you
No.
want my honest opinion of the guy? I think he just needs to learn how to apologize and mean it. You would not.
And also to shut the fuck up. Just stop talking about, like, that would have been better than not apologizing. Like, just shut the fuck up. Just move on. Be like, well, whatever. I just disagree with everything that everybody else thinks, which is fine. You can disagree with it. The whole, I'm gonna do everything I can to stop this, you know. I'm gonna actively tell people to not do this. Like, boy. Way to set yourself up for disaster.
Believe how positive people react when you sacrifice your ego to just own a mistake and apologize for it. Essentially, that's all it would have taken for this entire ordeal to go away. And now he's lost over like 100,000 subs, which is crazy amounts of backlash. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel.
It's not over yet either. We've gotten more after this video. We've got more to dive into with Pirate Software. It's gonna be absolute cinema. It's gonna be diabolical, dastardly.
If you're hot and sexy, only hot and sexy people can subscribe. I don't make the rules. I just enforce them. I mean, listen to him talk about all the crazy shit that's been happening to him. Jarvis, roll the clip.
In the middle of the stream, about 9 a.m., I got a bunch of phone calls to my phone. They left a bunch of voicemails of shit saying, your time has come, in like a giant screeching voice, and then we got swatted. But at the same time, it's like, I don't give a fuck about your initiative because your people are unhinged.
That sucks. That really does if that happened. I'm not even sure it happened. With all of the lies and manipulations that he's been telling, I'm not even sure any of that happened. Or at least the way he's saying it, because he's like, we got swatted. Was it that you got swatted? That you got put face down into the carpet? Or was it that the police called you and were like, hey, did you murder your whole family? Okay, didn't think so. All right, bye. Which either way sucks. It's just one is way worse than the other. And that's immediately what people think about whenever you say you got swatted. And I just don't think that that's what's happened. And that's a manipulation, bro.
And I realize that's not everybody that's part of that, but I don't give a shit, dude. Like, I'm out. Have fun.
Yeah. It's not everybody, but I don't give a shit. Fuck everybody. Like, what are you doing?
Good luck.
This is what confuses me. Like, the fact that he's dealing with all of this, but he still isn't willing to admit any fault to anything. At what point do you realize what your ego is costing you? What the price for it is?
Yeah, and then he tried to defend himself and be like, well, but you see what you're doing with all of this. If for everybody not shutting up about it, you're destroying everything that I built. Yeah, that's the point, bro. And it's not that we're destroying it. It's that you are destroying it yourself, man. It's like you set the fire and you're mad at everybody else for not putting it out.
I don't know. I think there really is something wrong with a person who views their ego and their status as the most important item in the world. It's not, and it never is. So we're gonna make fun of Mr. Software, but we're not gonna try to make his life worse. With all that out of the way, how are you feeling, Mr. Software?
I do think that there are...
Well, okay, we do want to make his life worse. Actually, that's not true, Mr. Ackman. What you are meaning to say is we don't want the internet to do things to him in real life. We don't want that to happen. If he feels bad about it in real life, yeah, like, that's what we're looking for, because maybe he'll change his mood, change everything about what he said. But, you know, don't think that's going to happen. I think dude's just going to be a lol cow.
Some people that get misled by that stuff, and they get wrapped up in an emotional thing. The best thing that I can equate it to is Coney 2012.
Dear God. The man is comparing Stop Killing Games to Coney 2012.
What the fuck is with this guy?
This turned into like such like an internet zeitgeist thing where like everyone just like lost their mind. They're like, I gotta kill Coney, gotta kill Joseph Coney. They bought like stickers, they liked things on social media. It was like a big slacktivism movement.
And essentially calling them both slacktivism. Well, we actually accomplished something, okay? I don't know what the fuck Coney 2012 ended with. Nobody's even talked about that as far as I'm concerned for like a decade. Is that why you're comparing Stop Killing Games to Coney 2012? Because you think they're gonna end the same way? Nothing actually happens. The whole movement falls apart and the guy behind it ends up like masturbating in a public street after doing a bunch of acid or whatever the fuck that guy did. He just keeps doubling down.
Twice the pride, double the fall.
There have been multiple videos exposing Pirate's claims of working for Blizzard.
As mentioned, watching a video.
I had no idea he worked at Blizzard. When did this guy work at Blizzard? For how long? It must have been like 7 years. He's got this much experience.
That was critiquing you for mentioning you work at Blizzard so much. I literally never talk about it. When I worked at Blizzard, I did that for Blizzard.
Oh, man.
Blizzard.
I've seen this
Blizzard,
so
7
many
years,
times.
Yeah. Blizzard. I used to work
It
at
never
Blizzard
gets
Entertainment.
Those are titles, words you cling to as the darkness falls around you.
One of them even pointed out that his dad didn't just work at Blizzard. His dad was the lead director of cinematics at Blizzard. The guy...
I actually didn't know that. I didn't know I never actually thought to pay attention to where his dad worked at Blizzard.
Who created some of the greatest video game cutscenes in the world. Like
I just applied and I got the job. Yeah, okay.
That guy. So he got in through nepotism, not through, like, credentials. Now, some people have taken a second long, hard look at the code for his game Heartbound, and they've utterly dismantled it. Slop News Network and Coding Jesus have both produced...
Dude, we're really getting into everything here, damn.
Multiple excellent videos. One of my favorite ironic twists was Pirate claiming, get this, that his software was unpiratable.
This is actually...
Dude, that's so crazy to say something like that on the internet. Thinking that you are the smartest person alive. You have finally cracked the code. Something that finally can't be pirated. Bro, if anything, that became a challenge. And I've seen his game in a lot of the places where you get stuff. Oh, it's unpiratable. Yeah, that's not how that works. You're fucking retarded if you think that people aren't going to pirate your game. You might as well just let them pirate it. Just put it out there and let them do it. Provide the files yourself. That's what I think. Like that one guy. What's his name? Charlie just talked about him. He has that movie out. He's just like, you know what? I'm just going to release it to the piracy websites.
The save file for the character. So you can't pirate it because you can never use the achievements. It made it unpiratable, which is deeply hilarious.
And within a day, somebody had pirated it.
I was curious how long it took for the game with the unpiratable DRM to be cracked after it was released, and this is what I found. 1 day and 17 hours after the game was released on Steam, there was already a home rip floating around.
Yep. Absolute cinema. Get fucking owned, you loser.
Once again, shout out the writers of this season's Life on Earth. I don't know how they keep coming up with this stuff. Watching this guy is like the equivalent of watching a train crash. Except every cart is a dumpster on fire. How do you expect me to look away from that?
Eat my entire ass.
Now, in the process of breaking down his awful code, these YouTubers have also broken down his persona.
I think sometimes the things that I talk about in real
his persona. Yeah, he's really trying to put one up there. I don't think what you see online is actually who you see in real life. I think dude is probably a massive piece of shit in real life. Probably 10 times worse than you see on the surface. It goes deep. Especially when you're willing to manipulate your audience from Discord. Having your mod pretend to be somebody else who is actually a friend of the mod. But no, it just turns out to be that mod. That's fucking insane, dude.
Regards to those types of things is misconstrued as arrogance or boasting, when in reality I'm just trying to give context.
That is the problem right there. Yeah. That is the most arrogant statement on the planet, bro. Like, tell me I'm wrong.
Okay. I don't see it that way, but all right.
Oh, bro.
Oh, man. That is absolutely mind-blowing.
Brother! And watching these videos, it felt like they were going through the wreckage of a car crash, and it was all just dust. Like, there were no pieces of a car in sight. Nothing to indicate a vehicle had collided with something. Just as there is no real credible evidence of any claims Pirate Software has made about his credentials over the years.
Just dust and echoes.
20 plus years of experience as a dev.
For instance, Pirate claims to be a game developer of like 8 or 20 years, yet he has little to no publicly available code or projects on his GitHub account. GitHub is basically, as I understand it, a forum for designers, developers, and coders to share their work. Look at me, I'm a prospective employee seeking employment in the field of computer programming. Here is my work, so you can see what I have produced. It would be like if I claimed to be like an editor on some big major Hollywood films, and I just had like one video on my YouTube channel. Like, why would you listen to me? So this guy Coding Jesus has been doing some deep dives into Pirate's code itself. I am not fluent in this language, but I will say I'm glad Jesus is back to help us understand the world we live in. Now, he basically describes Pirate's code as far below the expectations for an entry-level intern. Someone just out of college looking to gain experience from the industry, not necessarily a paycheck.
Dude, no, even those guys seem like they know what they're doing more than Pirate Software does. I think he's using an AI, honestly. I do.
And that's a crazy description, because nobody would have cared or bothered to look into any of this had he just apologized for abandoning his team in World of Warcraft. like World of Warcraft is ground zero for everything.
Like, bro, this is really where it all started, was that he shouldn't have just been like, even if he was in the right, he should have just been like, I'm sorry guys, it's just a game, like we shouldn't be fighting like this. It doesn't matter if it was your fault, doesn't matter if it was my fault. Sure, it was my fault, but like, it's a fucking game. Let's just move on. If we're having such a big stink about it, we'll just do another stream. We'll do another hardcore run through, because I mean, we're doing all this for fucking money, aren't we? This is all just entertainment. It's not real life. Like, come the fuck on.
I mean, beyond that, Pirate also had a private conversation with Moist Critical, and then he leaks the DMs. I can tell you, you shouldn't do that unless you have a very good reason. Most times, it's not a good reason. I mean, this guy has just checked every box, and they're like, oh yeah.
What are you talking about? Who leaked the DMs? Because Charlie didn't release the DMs. Did Pirate Software leak them? I don't think so. I think Ackman might be wrong about that part.
A shitty content creator would do exactly that. It's truly remarkable how, in addition to all this stuff, we also have the aforementioned...
Unless I'm wrong, unless I missed it, and Charlie did release it, like, on Twitter or something.
...mentioned copyright abuse.
There was a dude earlier today that went onto Reddit and said that he was using my voice in a video game, showed a bunch of videos of it, and then put that game up on Steam. We're going to take you to court. You're going to lose. You cannot use somebody's likeness or voice in any way inside of your games without their permission. Welcome to the finding out timeline, bud.
2 seconds later.
The game is back up on Steam. Looks like the DMCA has been removed.
Yeah, that's so shitty.
It feels like this guy hates video games secretly. I really don't envy...
I think he's just a piece of shit, you know?
Pirate Software, because I don't wish to contribute to Pirate's suffering.
Yeah, I think he's just malicious and nefarious and money obsessed and thinks he's a good person. Probably does some good things in real life, but is just a shitty person.
He makes it way too easy to dunk on him. People love watching this guy get shit talked. I think the sheer amount of content people are producing and the viewership it's getting really goes to show how he has mastered this truly unlikable persona. So it's not what he's done that's causing all of this flack, it's how he responds to everything. They're making I worked at Blizzard compilation videos. Oh boy.
Blizzard is having worked at Blizzard. Blizzard.
Yes.
I grew up at Blizzard.
It is never a good sign when your own content can be spliced and edited against you like this. This guy is a walking meme. Pirate, your thoughts on Ross and his Stop Killing Games initiative?
You also didn't want to talk to Ross? I didn't. I didn't like the way that he was approaching the situation. I was very clear about that. His community went on the offensive and tried to do underhand.
What a giant pussy. His community. I'm not going to talk to him because of his community. What community is that? You're not even talking about his community. You're just talking about you're getting some criticism online. And you're blaming a guy for it because he has the opposite take as you. He's pro-consumer and you're pro-corporate freak. And, like, you just can't handle that.
Tactics, and his response to it was also not stellar. Not a fan of it. So because of that, I didn't want to have a conversation with him. I said, I don't like this for these reasons. Take it or leave it. Like,
I think he didn't talk to him because he knows he's fucking wrong. He will get owned, that he's going to have the corporate take, and nobody likes the corporate take.
That's how that works. If you're a dick, I'm not going to talk to you.
Okay. All right. Well, nobody's going to talk to you then, because you're being a dick.
He has brought truth, and you condemn it. The arrogance.
I found out Pirate Software used to sell, like, furry avatars under the screen name Maldavius Fig Tree.
Oh, I've never heard that before. Bro, you go on Kiwi Farms, that's all you hear about.
You can't make this stuff up. Greetings, Maldavius. Pirate Software steps down from Off-Brand Games and Ludwig responds. I am no longer at Off-Brand Games. People were attacking all of the games we were publishing and trying to mass review bomb them. You can dislike the things I say, but this kind of behavior is unhinged. I am the victim. Why should my actions have consequences on me?
I hope that your initiative gets everything you asked for, but nothing you wanted.
This is...
Oh, man. The fucking irony. Hope you get everything you asked for, but nothing you wanted. Well, it got turned right back around on you, bro. You're getting everything that you asked for and nothing that you wanted.
The most smug way to say, fuck you, I've ever heard. This guy's a dick. Look at this one.
I thought he was going to be soft on him. Apparently not. He's going to be hard on this dick.
Pirate Software banning a chatter who stated that one of the ferrets in his rescue died due to lack of mana.
Oh no.
I'll wait to see how long it takes Twitch to ban this person permanently. Yeah, I reported already, Jake.
What is this guy's job? Is his job to ban people he doesn't like? I feel like every clip of him is just like, oh yeah, you're banned. You're banned. This is the Discord moderator final boss.
So they're trying to mix the World of Warcraft drama shit and say that one of the ferrets that died at our rescue, because she died of a very rare cancer, died of being out of mana, because they're a fucking awful human being. That is why we ban people in this chat.
Damn.
He shows the
He's really making a spectacle about it. Really making a spectacle. Like, you could have just moved on from that and just pretended it didn't happen. But honestly, it is kind of funny. It's dark as fuck, but it's kind of funny. After all, it is just a fucking ferret. It's just a fucking ferret.
What? I feel bad for laughing at it, but it's like moral grandstanding, man. But the joke is, it's funny because it's fucked up and it's getting under your skin.
Man, bro, it makes it so much funnier that it's such a nothing situation and you got so mad about it. Fuck.
Don't feed the trolls.
To try and use that as a jab because you don't like someone on the internet.
And he just keeps focusing on it.
A fucking awful human being. There's no real coming back from that either. Like putting that kind of hate out into the world.
You're making it so much worse. There's no coming back from that. You have fallen to the dark side.
I didn't even know this happened.
I reviewed Pirate Software's always online DRM in a single player game and got banned from its Steam hub.
Of course you did.
The L's just don't stop coming and they don't stop coming and they don't stop coming and they don't I think that's enough pirating for me though. Let's get back to the games, all right? EA is shutting down Anthem servers, which were still up. You notice something about this? This is written on July 3rd. That's like the same day Stop Killing Games hit over 1 million signatures.
But as one trained in the Force, you know that true coincidences are rare.
It's shocking the servers lasted this long. After careful consideration, we will be sunsetting Anthem on January 12th. That means that the game will still be playable for the next 180 days. The announcement of Anthem's servers shutting down comes as a surprise, especially considering EA and BioWare effectively gave up on the title a few years ago.
Yeah, it comes as a surprise that they were still up. What the fuck? Like, I wish they'll stay up so we can, you know, keep this game alive forever. But that's crazy. That's crazy that it took them this long.
When it canceled its previously announced redesign. Yeah, so basically they're like, well, shit, better kill it now. This, by the way, is an incredibly good sign that the movement is shifting the table. We're stacking the chips on our side, and they're stacking their chips on theirs. They're prepared for a battle, and companies like EA are going to do everything they can to minimize the damage that this movement will have. But honestly, Anthem did have a ton of potential. I mean,
I think there's going to be a meme war. I think it's going to get real bad. It's probably going to be the worst meme war that we've ever seen, and actual companies, like big companies, are probably going to get shut down because of it. I could see it. It's starting to feel that way. It's starting to feel like it did with the other previous meme wars, which I'm a veteran of all of the meme wars. I've been there since the beginning. I've been on the internet pretty much since the year 2000, so I've seen it all.
Folk got really hyped with those initial trailers, and clearly something about it spoke to gamers. It fulfilled this kind of Iron Man fantasy, but the novelty wore off really, really quickly. And it had a ton of issues that were just never fixed. Remember when EA fixed another game? Or I should say DICE. Remember when DICE fixed that one game that we just made a video on talking about its redemption? You should have tried. What else? Ubisoft wants gamers to destroy all copies of a game once it goes offline.
Yeah, this is actually fucking insane.
What a headline. Ubisoft has updated its EULA to avoid potential legal issues by discontinuing support for its games. Shocking how all this is happening around kind of the same time. The EULA end user license agreement now states that the company reserves the right to stop supporting a game at any time for any reason.
Oh no! If I have to sign a EULA and that's part of your EULA, I ain't playing your game. If I have to sign a EULA really at the beginning of any game, I'm tired of these fucking EULAs, by the way. I'm getting to the point where I ain't gonna sign any of them, and I'm just not gonna play your fucking game. I'll just play disconnected games online. I'll play offline games. I don't give a fuck. I'll play third-party servers on official games that are cracked. I'll play cracked copies of games just so I can play without the fucking EULA. That's gonna be selling my data anyway.
Jesus. Ubisoft, a company once known for its great games, has received nothing but criticism from its fans. The company has hit rock bottom. But the thing is, there is no rock bottom, and it continues to fall deep into the abyss until it becomes bankrupt. Jesus. Oh.
Yeah, I think Ubisoft is going to get sold off completely to China soon. Very soon. I think that's going to be happening, especially if the Chinese branches that are coming out with new games, if they do really, really astronomically successful, then, yeah, I think Ubisoft is no longer going to be a French company.
Holy shit. Obey Your Ramen is spitting. He's writing facts right now. Why it matters? The company has fallen so low that it wants to avoid any legal consequences by terminating users' access to products, which it aims to do sooner for many legacy titles. Look at this blurb from their EULA. You and Ubisoft may terminate this EULA at any time for any reason. This EULA will terminate automatically if you fail to comply with any of the terms and conditions of it. Upon termination for any reason, you must immediately uninstall the product and destroy all copies of it in your possession. Are you out of your fucking mind?
Yeah, what if I don't? What if I don't? What if I keep it fully intact? And what if I crack it? Fuck you. It's my game. I bought it. I don't give a fuck about your license agreement.
Are you out of your mind?
What? Is that that's a real quote? When I'm in a can't possibly ruin my reputation anymore competition and my opponent is Ubisoft, this is why we need to bring back worst company in the world award. Ubisoft literally saw all the hate Pirate was getting and thought, these gamers deserve a better class of criminal.
Honestly, I'll give it to them. They took all that heat off Pirate Software for a day.
And I'm gonna give it to them. But that's not all.
And then everybody was right back to like, hey, this Ubisoft take, this is basically Pirate Software's take, but on an astronomically big scale. And then they were like, hey, wait a minute, all these things that Ubisoft believes, Pirate Software believes that shit. Pirate Software! Ah!
Oh, we have actually seen members of government from across the EU openly come out and support Stop Killing Games. We got a man on the inside.
Yes.
But there's one last piece we have to look at. This is our true opposition. This coalition, Video Games Europe, is very opposed to Stop Killing Games. In fact, they consist of a lobby of a variety of different corporations. You can probably guess who's on this list.
All of them. All the corporations. Anyone that you can think of that you don't like, they're on there.
List. EA? Yup. Ubisoft? You better believe it. And this is their response. We appreciate the passion of our community. However, the decision to discontinue online services is multifaceted, never taken lightly, and must be an option for companies when an online experience is no longer commercially viable. Guys, if we pull the plug, just get over it, you fucking bitch.
Literally, that's what they say. That, like, if you read between the lines and look past all the bullshit, that is what they're saying. Like, no, we're gonna kill your games. Buy the new ones, you fucking morons. You pieces of shit. What are you gonna do about it? Yeah. Give us your money. Well, what if we don't? What if we don't give you our money?
Shouldn't even have to guarantee the bare minimum for you.
Actually, I know where it's gonna go. They're gonna start doing everything that they can to kill off indie games in any competition. So it'll be like, well, what are you gonna play now? All there is us. That's really what they're going to be coming after, is like, I guarantee it. I'm starting to see it with the payment processors going after Steam and what is it? The .io website. Yeah, they're going to come after indie games. They're going to make it a lot harder for indie games to get popular.
Imagine if they had a way to make old cartridges just short circuit after a period of time. For like your N64, your Atari, or whatever. Imagine if like Activision and EA did that type of shit. In their current form, they would do it if they could. And you know why they're trying to kill all these old games?
So you'll buy their new ones.
Because those are the ones we're playing.
Yep.
This is impossible!
According to a study reported on in PC Gamer, PC gamers spend 92% of their time on older games. Well, if they're still playing the older games, maybe they're not buying the new ones. We need money. We understand that it can be disappointing for players, but when it does happen, the industry ensures that players are given fair notice of the prospective changes in compliance with local consumer protection laws. Translation. God, no. We only want to do the bare minimum that we are legally required to.
Yep. So we're gonna have to make the requirements even stronger. We're gonna have to raise the bar.
Prospective changes equals shutting the game down. This isn't like, oh, the servers are gonna go down for 48 hours on this date. No, this is your purchase is null and void. You can't do that. You know, look, we should really be thanking these corporations. I mean, think of how kind it is for them to let us know ahead of time that our purchase is going to be retroactively invalidated, and we have nothing to show for it. I love how there's no mention of like properly informing customers if and when their product will cease to function before they buy it. If we're buying a license and not a game, that needs to be made abundantly clear to everyone. You should have to click a box on the Steam page that says this game might be just fucking deleted and you won't have anything to show for it.
No, we shouldn't even have that. We should just not be allowing the games to be deleted at all. And if you're gonna just delete it, you have to make it put it up in a playable state, in the state that it was in whenever it got shut down, for free, openly online, and people can do what they want with it. That is the only other way that you can do it. If you're not going to sell us your game and leave it open to us, then you should be forced to leave it open to us. Just let go of it.
But of course, they don't want to do that.
And by the way, you don't want to do that either. You think you do, but you don't.
Private servers are not always a viable alternative option for players, as the protections we...
that World of Warcraft Classic thing, man, I remember when all that was going on. You think you want a WoW Classic, but you don't. No, it turns out that that was a really good thing to do. And, like, developers, corporations, they're pieces of shit, man. Fuck them all. I don't care about any developers. That is like not even in the realm of my fucking caring about any of this shit. I don't give a shit about the developers. If the game is good, the game is good. If I get to have the game, I get to have the game. That's all I care about. I don't give a shit beyond that. As long as you're not using like slave labor or something.
Put in place to secure players' data, remove illegal content, and combat unsafe community content would not exist and would leave rights holders liable. Rights holders? Like who? If you're abandoning the game and it's turning into vaporware, then nobody really owns it. You're relinquishing your legal responsibilities to it. Am I wrong? Am I getting something mixed up in the translation? Isn't that how it would work? Clearly you don't care if there's an unsafe community if you're just willing to completely abandon it all. In addition, many titles are designed from the ground up to be online only. In effect, these proposals would curtail developer choice by making these games prohibitively expensive to create, as if they're not already. This is the problem with the video game industry. All these major corporations...
Yeah, instead of spending $100 million on the art and the marketing, how about you spend $100 million on making the game playable after you're done with it? How about that? And that's even bullshit. That's bullshit even, because it doesn't. You can make the game exactly how you want to make it, and then whenever it's time for it to go bye-bye, just put in a third-party server thing. Just a server browser. You know? It's not that fucking hard. Like, why? Why are they so adamant against this? I think it's literally because they don't want you playing the old games because they can't make money off of the games you already bought.
Think every game, we're not going to invest in something unless we put like $100 million, $50 million into it and it becomes the next Fortnite. Games are prohibitively expensive to create because you have people in charge that don't know how to fuck to manage money. Concord burned through like 500 million. How? The Battlefront collection was like 60 gigabytes bigger than the 2 base games and had less content in it. Fix your damn game. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to call it there. Rest assured, we have stopped killing games, but only momentarily. Should the need arise, should we need to rally the...
I don't even think so. I think, yeah, we got the signatures that we needed on that, but I think the fight's only going to get 10 times worse. And just when you think that it's the worst that it can get, it's going to get even worse. I don't think that these companies are going to get it until we actually stop buying the games. They should stop killing games, and if they're not going to listen, then we're going to stop buying games. That's just going to be the end of that. I'm already there, man. I don't buy games. I only buy the old games from companies that I like, that I know are good. And a lot of them, unfortunately, just don't exist anymore. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell for all notifications.